Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Now, Ramit Sethi's book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, is an easy to read book written in an irreverent manner and is more in touch with today's generation. But why should you read this book? See, Ramit Sethi writes about money, business, and psychology to over a million readers over at IWillTeachYouToBeRich.com. He holds a degree in psychology and technology and is a Stanford University alumnus. Now, the book advocates a 6-week program to take care of your finances and design your rich life. Now you choose your rich life and how you want to get there. Maybe you want to save 10% of your income every month and invest that. Or maybe you want to take the financial independence, retire early approach. It all depends upon you, how you choose your rich life and how you get there. Now here are some rules for a rich life. Spend as much as you want on things you love and be merciless on things you don't. Focus on the big wins. Find a job you love, negotiate your salary, listen politely to the tips you'll receive from friends and family, and stick to the plan. Focus on relationships and experiences. Stay out of the spreadsheet. And lastly, stop seeking the high level answers and consequently avoid the real hard work of improving step by step. Now, Ramit says that a glut of information and a rise of victim culture is to be blamed for people not achieving their versions of a rich life. Now, the book is peppered with a lot of invisible money scripts. What are they? Invisible money scripts are the messages that you've absorbed from your parents and the society over the years and that guide your decisions for decades without you even realizing about them. Now let's move to week 1. Now Ramit Sethi is an advocate for credit cards and student loans provided you're smart about it. Now whenever you're signing up for a credit card, bear these 3 things in mind. First, get rewarded for your spending, but beware about what you want to be rewarded with, cashback or travel. Secondly, never sign up for retail store credit cards. And lastly, 2 to 3 is a good rule of thumb as to how many credit cards you should own. Now you should internalize the following things. Pay off your credit card regularly, try to get fees on your cards waived, negotiate a lower APR, annual percentage rate, which is the interest rate your credit card company charges you. Keep your main cards for a long time and keep them active. And lastly, make use of your credit card's secret perks. Now let's move on to week 2. Beyond just a type of bank account, there are 3 things that you should consider while choosing a bank. Trust. Your bank shouldn't hassle you over minimums and fees. Convenience. This means its website has to work and you need to be able to get help whenever you need it. Features. Transferring money should be easy and free. Their app or website should be something that you enjoy using. Now I'm jumping to week 4 as week 3 is all about US based investment tips. Now instead of saying I guess I spent that much, put a stop to wondering where your money went during the month. Now Ramit scoffs at budgeting because let's be honest, who budgets nowadays? Instead, he advocates a conscious spending plan. Now see, there's a difference between a conscious spender and a cheap person. A cheap person always worries about the cost of something, whereas a conscious spender cares about what is the value of something. Netflix, Spotify, Hotstar, you might be having a number of subscriptions that you're signed up for. Now here's a tip to use psychology against yourself. Use an a la carte method. Now take out all your voluntary subscriptions and cancel them and then sign up for whatever you need a la carte. Now there's a detailed explanation on a conscious spending plan which goes like this. Now your fixed cost will be your rent, debt, etc., which is 50 to 60% of your take home pay. Investments would be about 10%, savings goals would be 5 to 10% of your take home pay, and guilt free spending money would be 20 to 35%. Now there is a recommendation for an envelope system which goes like this. Allocate money for certain categories like eating out, rent, and so on. Once you spend the money for that month, that's it. These envelopes can be figurative or literal. Now let's move on to week 5. In this week, it's all about automating your finances. Now you'll end up linking your savings account and checking account with your other billing and investment portals, and it'll end up looking something like this. Now before your salary even enters your checking account or savings account, 5% of it has already been withdrawn to your first investment portal. Now as soon as your salary comes, 5% of it then goes to your second investment portal and 5% of it goes into your savings, say 2% for a future wedding expenditure or 3% for a down payment on your house. And the rest of the expenditure is divided into credit cards and miscellaneous bills. For credit cards, it will be your regular bills and guilt-free spending, and for miscellaneous bills, it will be the money not spent on credit cards like rent, utilities, etc. Now moving on to week 6. See, it can take an entire video to talk about the technical aspects of choosing and automating your investments as given in the book. I'll try to give an oversimplified version. See, we're all bombarded with information about different mutual funds, their ratings, the different actively managed funds with X% expense ratios, and so on. Ramit says that we follow these 4 words: invest in index funds. Now, life happens outside of the spreadsheet. Now, if you need tips on how to tackle student loans, whether to sign up prenuptial agreements, helping out your parents with their debt, talking about your finances publicly or with your significant other, how to save for weddings, negotiating your salary, how to go about buying a car or buying a house, you will find all of that in the closing section of the book. Additionally, in order to make use of all the advices given in the book, there are actual word for word scripts given in the book to help you get a raise, negotiating a lower interest rate, and so on.
How cool is that?
Alright, so that brings us to the end of the video. I hope it was insightful. Now, if you've watched till the end and found this video useful, do give a thumbs up and subscribe to help support the channel for more such content in the near future. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. See you!